Alright, this is our new Pro X. It's our all-round dugout board. We're going to go over some of the features, starting with on top of the board. The nose section is very pointy, but quite a bit of volume up high. We can go over that when we look at the bottom of the board. And as you come back on this board, the rails get quite high around the midsection of the board. The reason that is, all through here, is because when you're downwinding or catching boat chop or paddling across side chop, which is where this board really excels, you're just not getting any water coming the board. And you can go upwind in quite choppy conditions and it won't get over into the board as well. So that's the main reason for that. And then as we come back further, past that midsection, the back of the board gets quite round and very smooth through this section. And that's because this board is designed to do everything. So we think people will want to course race this board, do a lot of kick turns. So all this round section, it just doesn't give any resistance when kick turning. And again, paddling through side chop, upwind and downwind, it's very forgiving. We'll flip her over. We'll start at the nose again. So the water line along the stringer is extremely skinny, and it basically gets wider pretty quickly as it gets higher. And that's to make this board really punch into chop really efficiently. So you've got a lot of forgiveness, like no suspension, and the same downwind. If it's nice and flat, perfect conditions, you don't have much water line, like surface area sideways, and then as you start hitting some chop, then the board, the width up higher comes into its own, gives you a bit of stability. And it blends back, slowly gets wider, and this midsection of the board, it's quite boxy, giving you a lot of stability, allowing you to put down power no matter how choppy it is. So if you got like foot-high bumps going sideways, this part of the board's really stable, and the rest of the board just kind of pogos around the middle. So when you're paddling upwind, it doesn't feel like the board's getting slapped around. And that's, so probably the middle metre of the board from here to here is really parallel and boxy, and that's where you want to stand and just deliver the power all the time without getting pushed around by the ocean. And then it's just a really smooth blend into a flat section here, which is really designed to pivot turn well. So this flat section here, and again just a smooth blend, no hard bits, perfect for pivot turning, and a little bit of extra rocker kick through here, because we want this board to go downwind and upwind as well as excel in flatter conditions. The fin box is a little bit further forward than normal, again for pivot turning. And this board is in carbon PVC molded construction, just so we don't really want to do this hollow, because if you're racing a lot, bumping boards, you don't want to be putting holes in your board if you've got 5 guys turning boards next to you. So yeah, that's the Pro X.